Hello and how are you? My name is Mohinder Mubarak, and in today's Android Material UI Daily Challenge, you're going to make a form like this one. It's going to be a sign up form which will have a background of an image that we want, and between the background and user interface, or the layer that the user will interact with, it will have a layout that is going to separate those two, and that will be just an overlay of any color that you want. It can be blue, it can be green, it can be anything, but I'm going to show you how you can implement that color. Then in this form, we'll create a field that like this one that you see, which will have some kind of whitish background, and but that whitish background is transparent, where someone can see the image behind it, and we also have the text in front of it. And we'll have a spinner, not even a spinner, to be kind of a dialogue when the user can be able to select a range of years, as you can see here, can enter age using that text that will pop up, and as well as selecting the gender using this dialogue that will be displayed here. And when they select the gender, it will be set to the to the original input that they clicked on. So we'll also be able to select things like different countries or different states or different languages, or anything that you want to be put in a list and the user to select. And then our button will be kind of this. We'll have a white overlay and the white text in front of it, and when the user clicks on it, we'll be able to do the logic of submitting the data. So I hope you're ready to do this with me. If you are, then let's do it. Okay, so we're going to resume with our previous project. For those who are not following, I really recommend you to watch the playlist that I started, where I share these daily videos for daily challenges of Android Material UI. But if it is your first time and you don't want to go and watch all the videos, something that I recommend, if you don't want to do that, you can as well just copy these values. You'll find the link that I put in the description. Just click on that link, download these values, okay, which are having dimensions and the string and the rest and the style that you're using. Download those values and zip them and just paste them here in the resource, and then your configuration of the project will be at the same point with us. Okay, just do that and add and zip that file of values and paste it here in the resources. But if you've been following along from the first time, you don't need to do that. You just need to resume and continue from where I from where I was talking in the previous video. So I'm going to begin by creating this class. Of course, I'm going to call it form sign up activity. Oh, not this one, not this one, not this one, just this one. Okay, I'm going to call form sign up image, background, or whatever you call it, no problem. So I'll just right click here in the forms, and then come here and then say new activity, empty activity, and I'll change this one to form sign up image, then put background, because I already have something like this. Okay, background. Okay, so after doing that, we'll just click on finish, so that this activity should be created. So after this activity being created, we are going to go ahead and do and add the layout itself. So click on split and minimize here, so you can start adding the layout. So after doing that, I'll just simply come here and select and split here and select this relative layout to become the main parent here, relative layout. And then after doing that, we'll go ahead and add the image that is going to be behind everything. We have already prepared that image, so you can also put any image of your choice. As you can see, that image, it is there. Okay, and you can see the attributes that I've attached on the image. And after doing that, we're going to add an overlay that is going to be kind of bluish and separating that layer of the image from the layer that the user will be interacting with. So I'll paste that layer, you can see. So this one can be anything. It can be even example, it can be another layout that you want to separate with. For example, you can see this is the pink one. This is not, no, this is not an overlay, in fact. Okay, you just have to select something that's having an overlay. Okay, overlay is something that is having the kind of what of transparent. For example, you can select and add this overlay of what of green if I want to, of black if I want to, anything. Okay, I can add here this one, the blue one, anything that you want to be an overlay that is going to transparent, to become the transparent, transparency between the image and the card. You can put it here. Okay, so by doing that logic, it means that we have put our image and an overlay in front of it. So let's go and proceed. And these values are already defined from the layout that I mean from the value list that I shared. Okay, you can as well define them right now if you want to. So we proceed and create the what, this up bar. Okay, and we just come here and paste this up bar. I'm a little bit faster because I've already discussed things like this one in the previous videos. Okay, all what you need is just to try to challenge your brain and try to remember them by yourself. Okay, then after putting this up bar, I'll not explain every attribute because I've already done it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put the scroll view. I'm just showing you how I can do it, and then I close this scroll view. If I'm too fast, you can pause the video and do what, and look at my code clearly. Okay, after writing that, I'll go ahead and give the linear layout and make sure that I close this linear layout somewhere. Then after doing that, I'll go ahead and give the edit text view, and then go ahead and put it there. You can see I've already defined this layout, the background layout. Okay, already defined it, we already created it. Okay, you can as well recreate it right now by just simply clicking on Ctrl and enter, and click on it, then you'll have that layout here. These are the rules that we do. Okay, just create this layout in case you don't have it, and add these properties. Pause the video and look at it. So for us, we already had it in for those who are following. If you just started following right now, just create it, and then you'll have that kind of the whitish background with that overlay. So let's go ahead and put the name. Okay, so I can remove this one, maybe and call it John Doe. Okay, that is just a value, so you have to remove these values and put a hint in case you want to label these features. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and give the password field. Okay, after putting the password field, I hope this is self-explanatory. You just need to look at my code and as well do your own. Just pause the video and do it. Okay, so I proceed to the next one. Email, so I can as well do like this. Give it what? Give it hint and put the name of this email. You see how it looks like. Still it is readable. Okay, then we go ahead and put the what? This layout that is going to have these two values in what? In horizontal. So I'll just collapse this linear layout and paste it here. Okay, so we're having those two values. Okay, the first one is of course in horizontal, and the first one is containing the background of that white. That's how we did it, and it is having the down icon. Okay, as you can see that, as well as it is disabled because it will be a select field thing. Do it the same here, do the same here. Okay, so we have those two, and then let's go ahead and do what? And create this third one. Okay, After this linear layout, and I'll go ahead and put the next one, which is going to have the country list, and it will have also a drop down icon to show the user that here you have to select something instead of doing that, typing it by yourself. Okay, so you can pause the video and look at my code, as well as challenging yourself other than just copying directly and paste. So lastly is just putting the button that is going to be a kind of white, transparent and clickable. So this rectangle transparent, I've not created it overlay. So to create it, just press Alt and Enter, and say create resource, and then we say we enter, then we are going to create it here. So I've already created, so mine you'll just copy and paste, and then you will pause the video and write it. Okay, so paste it here, then pause your video. You see what I've done here. Pause your video and write this piece of code. Okay, okay, so I hope it's straightforward. After doing that, go back to our project and find this one is already defined, and that's how we create such a form. So let's go ahead and run this form, but before we do it, let's first put this form in a main activity for the menu of the forms. So I'll click here to project, and then I'll go to main menu, and then I'll just simply come to the last one here and duplicate it and give here the name of the activity, and then it's going to be sign up image background. That's how I'll call it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do it and create this layout. Okay, I mean clickable button, so that it should call this function when someone clicks on that button. So I'll press Ctrl and click on this layout, so it should take me to the layout itself. Ctrl hold and then click on it, and then I'm going to duplicate this one, and I'm going to call here sign up image background to make it different from the other, and I'm also going to put here background. Okay, so that's it. So let's go ahead and run the project and see what we've come up with so far. So there we go. I'll click on forms and then click on sign up image background. Okay, so when I click on it, you can see I have that beautiful image in the background with an overlay of any color that you may want to separate the form itself from the background. It's really beautiful, and I hope you can also do the same at this moment. So you are going to put the logic of clicking here, and then you see the pop-up, and click here, you see the dialogue for the gender. I think I'll leave that logic also for you. Let me just try to do a little bit for you, but the rest you'll do it by yourself. Like when I click on this, it should show me a list of items in a dialog box, and if I select a certain item from dialog box, you should be able to fit it in this view. Okay, so let me try to do for you some here. So I'm going to do to get this init toolbar. Of course, you know what init toolbar does. It will set this color to be our own color. So I'll come and copy this init toolbar and paste it here. Look at those lines carefully, and then I'll come and call this init toolbar here on top. After doing that, we'll go ahead and put the init components. That init component is so there's a logic of click listeners when someone clicks on something, and then it triggers those inputs. You can pause this code. I won't do all that for you, but let me just scroll here and you see what is done. Okay, So you can just pause the code and do it by yourself, because I've already done these things before. You see, that's the dialogue. For what? For selecting the gender, you just simply display it like that, and when the user finishes selecting the gender, you set the text view to be what the user has selected from the array, as well as you can use it in the background at that point, in your back end at that point. So you can see the country dialog. It's just almost the same. The set single choice item dialog. So that's how you do that. You can pause this code and write. Okay, then I'm going to run my application again and you see which color that we have on top. So I'll click on forms and click on what sign up image background, and you can see this top color has been changed to what? To the color that we wanted, which is this one, the indigo. Okay, and red. So with that much said, we'll not go beyond here. Don't just watch it like a movie, but watch as you practice. Watch as you practice. That is the best way of learning. I know it might not be simple if it is for your first time, but please don't give up. Don't give up. Keep on moving on until you reach a point where you really feel proud of yourself or what you've done so far. That's when you can take a heart and stop. But don't just stop because you find it complicated or because you get errors. No, you have to work with those errors until you make it, because we all didn't know it at first, but we never gave up, and right now we can make something out of it. Okay, so don't give up at all. Don't even consider giving up, but face the challenges, face those errors, fix them until you are at somewhere that you're proud of yourself. Okay, let's meet in the next video where we're going to look at another interesting form. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video with your friends if necessary. Okay, then let's meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.